Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Yarn Journey Crochet Podcast. I am Holly, your host. I live in Virginia with my husband, my 2 kids, and a cat and a dog. I don't know why I'm talking so light right now. I've had a rough morning this morning. But we'll discuss that in the chatter section. I just wanted to say, so Thanksgiving was this past Thursday, so everyone in America, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and if you did Black Friday shopping, I hope you got everything you want, because I did. But like I said, more chatter, we'll go into that later. So yeah, let's get started with some finished objects, which I don't really have any. I did finish the pink beanie from last podcast. My daughter saw the pink one, and she fell in love with it. She's like, is it mine? Is it mine? Is it mine? Well, she ended up getting the original one that I showed on the podcast, and I just made a second one because I had plenty of yarn, and that one was still actually a little big in the beginning. I'm sorry. Oh, and new hairstyle. I decided bangs. Sorry, this is totally off topic. So I'm trying to do something where I'm not playing with my hair as much. It's like a nervous habit, I guess. So she ended up taking it. I made a new one because the first one was still a little big. Like, it was loose on her, and she has really thick hair, thick curly hair. And my niece has very thin, straight hair, so I knew it was going to be too big for her. So I made another one a little bit smaller, so that one worked out perfect. That's wrapped, ready to be sent out. So hopefully, just around December 1st, I'm going to be sending them out, making sure that they get there. But I still have my grandma's gift to finish. So that was the only finished object that I have. And I haven't really put on any new whips except the ones that were from last podcast that I showed. So we'll get into whips. We'll start with the socks, which I do not have a pattern for. I am just winging it. So they're kind of a mess right now. So I got the heel finished, put in. As you can see, it's this like really awesome. Oh, there's the hair. It's like a dark purple, and then a blue, and then it fades up into pink, lighter pink, lighter pink, lighter pink, and then I'm like at the white, and it looks like the light pink is starting to come. Oh, sorry, I have makeup in my nails and I didn't even forgot about that. So yeah, there's that. The pink starting, oh, there we go. You can see it a little better on the heel. The light pink starting to come back in. Thought I got that all when I wash my hands. I guess not. So yeah, I got the heel put in, which I tried a new heel technique because the last heels that I put in, you basically do the entire sock and just leave the heel out. So you have, the foot, and then you go up to the ankle or however long you want them, and then you put in the heel. Only problem is when I did it that way, you get this seam like right in the center, and it's like crooked almost, because if you don't have the exact number, like if it's an odd number of stitches, it ends up like slightly crooked. And then you get like this seam right on the back of your hair where you step down, and it just rubs a little bit. And I noticed that my daughter noticed, and she wasn't liking that very much. So I actually watched tutorials on people making Christmas stockings, and I was like, I'm going to try that on an actual sock and see if it worked. And it totally did. But I noticed I should have come up just like a smidge more and then started the heel, because it's a tight fit. So I may end up frogging the heel, adding a couple more stitches, and then doing the heel again. But yeah, so so I think I'm gonna frog it. It was a lot of work, but And another thing with the sock pattern is Well, the basic pattern that I'm using is I'm using kind of a little bit of everything, I guess you could say. So the basic sock part, so this part, I used Happy Berry Crochet's sock pattern, and the only thing I don't like is you get this big ass seam. Sorry. If you had kids, sorry, I just told the, yeah. So you get this big, huge seam, and I mean, it's on the bottom of your foot, so you're not really gonna see it all that much, but I still just, I don't like that seam. It's driving me bananas, and I don't know how to fix that. So I've been using that to get the basic sock. Then I used I watched a bunch of different stocking commercials. Oh my gosh. I need coffee. Oh, I have to show you this. You'll feel, oh my God. I found this at my grocery store and it was like $1.50. I couldn't pass it up. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh, heel tutorial, stocking tutorials on how they did the heel. And there's a bunch of different ones, but the way that I did like was, it was like the basic crochet stocking tutorial by the Crochet Crowd, which now is How to Crochet. They changed the name of their channel. Well, the name that they say is still the Crochet Crowd, but on the actual, like, so like mine, it shows up as Holly Whedon or something like that, but it's the Yarn Journey Crochet Podcast. So theirs, it's still the Crochet Crowd, but the name is How to Crochet now. So yeah. I used theirs on how to make a heel, but they were doing a stocking. So, yeah, I need to frog this and go up a little, like I would say maybe 1-2 more rows and then do the heel, which would make it a better fit. And the yarn I'm using for this, blah, 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 I'm just chattering on. Sorry about the noise. I say Kai. It could be K. But it's from Loops and Threads, and this is the colorway Cupcake. So I'm really looking forward to getting back into that deep purple on my socks because I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I'm just totally digging this yarn. And I love the way it works up with the subtle gradient effect. I mean, it's still overall, it's blue, but I love the second tonal gradient that goes on. So that was my first whip, and I will tell you, so when I first showed you guys, I was working on the slip stitch ribbing around the ankle. Well, my legs are really large. I played soccer as a teenager and my calves are huge, and that just is like a trait in my family. All of us women have really large calves. It just is. So when I did that, I was starting from the cuff down, and I noticed that the cuff was huge and it was going to translate to a huge sock. And I was like, well, my sock is not going to, like, my foot is not as big as my calf is. Like, nobody's is, right? So I was just like, okay, I can't do cuff down because it's not going to make any sense. Like, it's going to be ginormous. It's not going to work. So I decided I was going to go toe up and somehow figure out how to put in a slip stitch heel. If not, or slip stitch cuff, slip stitch ribbing cuff. Oh my gosh, I am so out of it today because, yeah, like I said, that's more chatter, so we'll get to that. But lost my choo-choo. I heard that. I heard that on someone else's podcast, and I can't remember where it's from. No, the Lottie. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of her podcast. Albert and Lottie podcast. She said I lost my choo-choo, and I was like, oh my gosh, I am so using that, like, lost your train of thought. I lost my choo-choo. I just thought that was so funny. There it went again. Okay, anyways, we'll get next whip. Okay, so the next whip was the Potholders that I was working on for my grandma. And I have made quite a bit of progress, as you can see. It's taking me a really long time. One, because I haven't been working on it as much as I should. Only because when I do work on it, it hurts my hand so bad because I'm not used to holding a crochet hook like this. I'm trying to hold it so you can see. There we go. That's most of the design. So, and it just repeats. So right here, I'm totally loving this design. It is super cute. So when I linked the initial picture from Pinterest, it only showed like about that much of the pattern. So it like cut off right here, and this was all that you saw. So you got like the triangle, and it was like right there. So that's all you saw. Triangle, triangle, like. So when I went to expand this, it took me a while because I was like, there's something missing in the center and I couldn't figure it out. But it ended up being this cool diamond pattern and I'm loving the way it's turning out. It's beautiful. I wish I know who made the actual original chart. I'd have to look. Maybe I can find it. I don't know, but I love it. And this is super pretty, but it's taking me forever because it's like I'm crocheting way back here because you can't crochet when you're like holding all the stuff because it won't allow your crochet hook to move. So you're like way back here. And I mean, if someone knows a technique that can fix this problem for me, please share because I have no idea what I'm doing. Like I'm still learning this technique. I'm still learning my tensions and this is my first time really Tunisian crocheting, besides my other little pot holder, but it was smaller, so it wasn't an issue. So, yeah. So that's where I'm at. It's taking me a lot longer than I would have wanted, but it is super duper pretty. I am so loving this, and I would love to do a sweater in like this type of, I mean, the back, it's kind of a mess. But if you think about it, if this was a sweater, it's like double thickness, so you'd be super duper warm. Like super warm. So yes, this is what I'm naming it is the Norwegian Star Tunisian Crochet Potholders. Feral crochet pot. Oh my gosh. It's a mouthful either way. So yeah, this is what I've been working on, and like knitting, if you take your needle out, you lose your loops, and I've done that a couple times, and I'm loving this pattern. That is with Paintbox yarn, and this one is in paper white. This one's the Aran weight, simply Aran weight. And then this one, Lost the Ball Band, which on camera, it's looking a little more orangey red, where this is more like a true red. It is Colorway 114. I don't remember the name. I need to do my research, obviously, before I start podcasting, because I forget these things. But 114. So if you have the number, you can find it on the website lovecrochet.com, because it's the only place that I know of that sells Paintbox yarns. That's like they advertise it all the time. Like it's one of their big, I'm guessing their bestseller on there. Okay. Next one is the apple of my eye scarf, which I did frog and started, and I'm about where, well, I'm not as far as I was before, but as you can see, my edge is a lot cleaner. I mean, it dips out a little right here and it dips in, but I mean, that's kind of just the nature of when you get lacy stuff, it tends to pull in. So, I mean, once it's blocked, that will definitely be fixed. I mean, just me tugging on it a little bit and it's straightened out. So edge is much nicer, and I mean, there's still a little boop, but on this side, it actually goes in, and then the lace, if you just tug it out a little bit. So we're getting a straighter line. So if I put on an edge and block this, I'm pretty sure it will block perfectly straight. I did add a couple more rows in here. Man, I really don't like how that was like an abrupt change. Like down here, there was an abrupt change, and then it kind of slowly changed, and then boom. So yeah, there's this one that I frogged all the way back down to here and did it again. This is done with a 3mm hook. The lacy part, like the little eyelets, the eyelet lacy part, is done with a 4.4mm crochet hook, 3mm, and then back to the 4mm. So it just took a smaller hook size to get it in the right spot. So, and as you can see, like this little lacy part is stretchy, so it will stretch out. And it looks pretty dang straight to me. I mean, except that one little bloop, bloop. But yeah, so that is all I have for whips this week. So I totally was just like off in my own world for a second there, trying to put the yarn back. That's it for whips this week. I've been wanting to start some new stuff, but with Thanksgiving and Black Friday, again, another busy week. But I did make progress, which is I'm proud of. Like I got some stuff done. My hair is really frizzy and it's driving me bananas. Okay. Let's move on to yarn. I bought some yarn from Knit Picks. I've never bought from Knit Picks, and I hear about it all the time on other podcasts. And I notice they have a lot of wool yarn. And the only wool yarn I have was this guy, which is a superwash Cascade 220 superwash sport weight. It's 100% superwash merino wool. This is the only wool I have, and I haven't even used it yet. And I'm wanting to expand my wool collection. I would say that is the only wool I have, and everything else is acrylic. Like my entire, wait, no, I take that back. This is wool, and this is Patton's Croy Sock FX yarn, which is, well, this one's called Camo Colors, which doesn't make any sense to me because it's black, pink, blue, like a brownie, dark brown, which makes no sense. So this one is 75% washable wool and 25% nylon. So this is the only amount of wool I have, is this and the other one. Other than that, I have no wool. Everything is acrylic or cotton. I started expanding on my cotton collection, and now I'm working on wool because it is getting colder and I want something that's going to be warm during the winter. You know, so when I make socks like this one, unfortunately, it is acrylic, so it won't be as warm as some toasty wool socks, which I've bought in some, and I've noticed that they just don't fit the best. I mean, they fit, but they're either too loose in the toe and not big enough in the ankle, like leg part, because my legs are huge. You know, just little things that you're like, well, if I made this would fit perfectly. So, I bought some wool. I bought Knit Pick. Well, first off, before we go into wool, I excuse the crinkling. In a bag still. All of it's still in a bag because I didn't want to get it messy. Walmart, I don't know if this was just because of Black Friday or like Black Friday coming up, but they had this thing where if you buy yarn online and do store pickup, your yarn, well, this yarn was discounted. Normally it is $5.97 at my store. So online it was $2.50 a ball instead of $5.97. And I was like, say what? Like, seriously. So I could get 2 balls cheaper than the price of 1 ball if I just went and picked it up in the store, which I order online, pick it up in the store. No big deal. Like, free shipping, cheaper balls of yarn, like, no brainer, right? Like, you buy it. So I love working with the Mandala yarn. So I bought some more Lion brand Mandala yarn, and this one is in Pegasus. I mean, seriously, come on, get real. These colors are ridiculous. Like, and it's not showing, I mean, this color is showing up perfectly, even the light purple, but this is a really pretty dark mauve purpley. So I'm totally loving this. It is super cute. I don't know what I'm going to make with it yet. Maybe a shawl. It's beautiful. I love it. And I got 2 for $5. Free shipping. Like, I didn't have to go to the store. I didn't have to pay shipping. And I got it for, like, way cheaper. I was like, okay, seriously. Yeah. I was like, no brainer. I am totally picking, I'm totally getting some. And I should have bought more. But my husband kills me if I buy any more cake yarn. Like, this is cake yarn. This one's cake yarn. This is cake yarn, but it has some other stuff on top. This also has more cake yarn. I have a whole bunch of cakes. And now, my knit picks. This stuff is all wool. And here comes my little monster. Yes, Emma.
You put Jack Frost on?
Jack Frost?
Yeah.
You have to ask Dad.
I did.
Did he say no?
He said yeah.
Well, then he can have him come down and put it on for you. I'm podcasting, baby. I'm recording.
Please.
Nick! My life. Why can't you just watch videos? She wants to watch, crap, the Guardians movie. Rise of the Guardians. Go. He's gonna put it on for you. Okay. Now with my little interruption over. So this is all knit picks. I didn't get a whole lot because this is my first time buying from Knit Picks. So I wasn't sure if I was going to like the yarn or not. Some of these, I'm not sure if they're discontinued or they're just out of stock. But they had a huge yarn sale right before Black Friday. So I'm guessing that was their Black Friday sale or their Christmas sale or whatever. They had one, I would say the week before Black Friday. So this is what I got. I've heard a lot about which now that I bought it, I really want more. And I did, I think I ordered more. This is the Felici, Knit Picks Felici self-striping sock yarn. This one is in steamer trunk. And I got only 1 ball because it's 218 yards. And I have looked up sock patterns and most of them call for, anywhere from, I think most 200 yards. So I'm like, I should be able to get 1 set of socks out of this. I'm hoping I get at least one set of sock out of one ball. It's a 50-gram ball. It's 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. It is a fingering weight. It is machine wash and tumble dry low. So I am loving this. It's like white to beige, brown to like a medium brown to like a dark purpley brown. It is beautiful. So I'm loving this. I like to tend to wear neutrals, so that does include browns and beiges and stuff like that. I tend to be more grays, black, white. I mean, almost every shirt I've worn is either gray or black on the podcast. Maybe I need to throw in some color. But this is Steamer Trunk, which unfortunately is not on the site anymore. When I went back and bought more more yarn, it says it's special reserve. I don't know what that means. Maybe it comes back every once in a while. I mean, I keep hearing people say, oh, Felici is back. So I'm guessing special reserve means there's like a vault where they keep certain yarns and bring it back every so often. But this one's Steamer Trunk, which, like I said, is not on the site anymore. This one is Captain Nemo, which also I have not seen on the site again since. And this is kind of being blown out, unfortunately. Like, it's a lot more vivid in person. Like, this dark... Hold on, let's see. There we go. That's a little better. That is Captain Nemo. It is super duper cute. I'm loving it. And then the next one is Mint Chip. Let's see if I can get it super close. There we go. It's a little more green, like bright green in person. Felici Mint Chip. This one also wasn't on there anymore. And I think they were doing like a lot of closeouts, like getting rid of some of the yarns. And they brought in like 4 new colorways for Felici's sock weight yarn. So I'm wondering if they were getting rid of some and bringing different colors in. This one is called Sonora Sunset. At first I thought it was Sonoma. So that is actually coming out pretty true to color. It is super beautiful. Last time I checked, they did have a few more of these, but they are like, once they're gone, they're gone. I don't know if they're bringing them back. So I am loving this. Now is like oh my goodness. I can't say never because obviously you can see there's like this bright orange right here. I normally don't buy reds and oranges together, but this yarn was on sale, fairly cheap, and it is the Knit Picks Hawthorne Sport Weight in Beaumont. Like, for real though. Holy moly. Hold on, let me get this one because you can see the colors better. There's more yellow in this one. It reminds me of the popsicles you used to get, like the big stick popsicles that you used to get from like the ice cream man that were like this red and it faded into yellow. And there's orange. I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks exactly like that. And I had to have it. And this was, I believe there's still some more on there, but I believe this is, once it's gone too. It says goodbye on there, so I'm guessing it's like the last skeins and they're trying to get rid of it. It isn't, everyone says it smells like wool. I don't smell anything. Maybe it's because it's super washed. Yeah, so this is 80% superwashed fine Highland wool and 20% polyamide, which is nylon. I've read that it's nylon, but it's just a different way of saying nylon, even though on this one it says nylon and not polyamide. Maybe it's slightly different, but it's still close to being the same. So I I'm feeling colors lately. I am not going for my, obviously, like, these right here. Like, if you put them all together, that is some bright colors. I have just been feeling brights lately, and maybe it's just because this obviously I'm not going to use for socks. But those ones are for socks, and I love colorful socks, like fun, colorful socks, because I do wear a lot of grays. Did he just fall off the bed? My 1-year-old just fell off my bed. Okay, I'm back. My son fell off the bed. Luckily, shoes broke his fall. He's fine. That was quite a scare. But, so, back to yarn. I'm not sure what I'm going to be making with this. This is Colin, by the way, my little son. He's 1. I'm not sure what I'm going to be making with this. Hi. Hi. So, yeah. Now for the chit-chat part. So, if you are not wanting to go past this part, which is fine, have a great day. So, chatter. I can't remember what I was going to talk about. Oh, this is why I was a little frustrated earlier today. I had a crochet magazine that I was going to show you guys. He's just so enthralled with himself. Hi. Hi. No. I had a crochet magazine, and I bought it. It was Crochet World, and I bought it for these awesome Tunisian crochet mittens that had the same star on it that I'm working on my grandma's. So I bought it for that, and I cannot find it anywhere in my house. It seems to have grown legs and walked away or disappeared into a different dimension because it is gone. I cannot find it. Which I really wanted to show you guys that pattern. Everybody's just making noise. This podcast is a hot mess. Hot Mess Podcast. That's what we're going to name this one. Hot Mess Podcast. So I tore my house apart. I was to the point where I was like getting so frustrated. I was like, where is it? I was to the point where I was like gonna cry because I was like, I wanted to show it. I'm just like being over emotional and ridiculous. But I still couldn't find it. I have no idea where it went. It's gone somewhere, which is a total bummer. And I know I'm gonna find it like 3 weeks later after in some weird, unsuspecting spot that no one thought to think of. Or one of my kids ran off with it and hid it from me. So, there's that. Did you take it? Did you take it and hide it? So, other than that, Black Friday shopping happened, and I got everything I wanted, except one thing, which was like an SD card for your phone, because I don't have one for my phone, and I always get the little notification, you need to delete some items so you have room in your memory. So I didn't get that, but I got one at Best Buy. Yeah. So don't worry, this is not a bra, it's a shirt underneath. Yeah. You silly goose, you silly boy, you silly boy. You're trying so hard not to laugh. You went down. So that is pretty much all chatter. I'm probably forgetting something, but oh, you went back. Okay. I'm probably forgetting something. But kind of got a little sidetracked when my little baby bear fell off the bed. Yeah, when my little baby bear fell off the bed. We don't like doing that. I think it hurts. Sorry about that. My son clicked the off button. So at this point, I will say Bye. I hope you all have a great day and great morning, great evening, whenever you watch this. I hope you had a great holiday. And oh, side note, I wanted to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel. This is awesome. Like, I never expected to get so many subscribers so fast. Sorry for the shaking. He's trying to grab it again. I wasn't ever expecting to get so many subscribers so fast. Oh my goodness. You're being a wiggly worm. So yeah, thank you all for subscribing. And I'm thinking of something like maybe a crochet along to do after the holidays in January is when I will probably mention it again. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see. Have to find a pattern and stuff like that that I've been wanting to do. So yeah, that is it. I won't keep you any longer to witness my hot mess podcast and my crazy family. So I will see you all next week. Bye-bye. Oh, well, done now. Okay, quit.